Everyone should be okay after a multi-car pileup on the Harbor Bridge. Corpus Christi police and fire departments responded to an accident around 8 this morning. A car was sitting broken down on the far left lane. That caused a chain reaction. 7 cars ended up crashing into each other. The driver of the car that broke down was a 36-year-old man. He had to go to the hospital. Police are still looking into what caused the crash. Specifically, they still have not charged or cited anyone in that